So guys, everyone always talks about this particular subject. What's better, time-based or rep-based training? I am going to take the time to explain this in this video. And for those who disagree or don't agree with what I'm saying, please feel free to comment below. I'm happy to engage into an exchange with you. So guys, time-based training is the best way to go. And the reason why it's the best way to go is because there's a couple of concepts that take place when you're focusing on training for time. Well, number one, you're teaching yourself to train to failure. So from a physical aspect, you're taking your muscles and your body, your metabolism, your heart rate above and beyond. When you start to get to a certain amount of repetitions, you start to experience the impact of your muscles burning, which is what we want. But surprisingly, you get that cardiovascular effect, which therefore justifies the cardio. So it saves you from having to go outside and run on the run on a treadmill, and further impact your joints doing steady state activities. These things can be done doing resistance training. So for example, I'd rather do 3 minutes of squat straight, which I can get the benefit of building strength, building muscle, and getting my heart rate up versus running outside for 3 minutes 30 or an hour, to where I can probably hurt my joints and have longer effects. Okay, and also guys, when it comes to doing the time-based training, people always look past the most important part, which I think, because I do think the physical, your body, that changes is simply a byproduct. You build mental toughness. You begin to understand what it is to train like an athlete. And I've said before that the reason why the athlete is in superior physical condition compared to the person who is not, it's not because they were born that way or they just have these natural gifts. It's simply because instead of exercising, which I talked about, working out, which I've talked about in previous videos, they actually train. In other words, they follow a structure, and that structure is always designed for them to have incremental ways in which they can track their progress. But most importantly, they're teaching themselves to go above and beyond. That builds toughness, guys. And that's something that I offer in my programs. You know, somebody who's a former collegiate athlete, and for those of you who want to look it up, my name is Obi Oo. I attended Weber State University and played outside linebacker, which I was an All-American. There's a specific way that you train. Not only does that it develops your mind, but it develops your body as well. And I think that when you have a system that's applicable, you need very little equipment, you can do anywhere, anytime. That's the key, guys. But most importantly, you're going to enjoy it. It's fun. It kicks your butt. But you know what's funny? Because it only takes less than 30 minutes, you look forward to doing it. Whether it's on your good day, best day, worst day, doesn't matter. You can always get it done. Check it out, guys.